Head to the banjo for some women's college hoops now. We'll pick it up in the third quarter as Gabby Russell shows her shooter's touch and gets the 3-ball to fall. Quakers up by 2 early. Ella McMillan gets the ball down low and banks in the hook shot with a couple defenders around her. Nice concentration on that shot there. Later in the third, as Natalie Rupp's shot is good from close distance. Wilmington's lead is up to 4. Sophie Nelson says enough of that as she gets the 3 to go off the back of the rim. Pioneers have cut the lead to 1. Sierra McCoy now with a nice entry pass into Stephanie Alstetter, and she drains the layup, 2 of her game best 18 points. Pioneers not going away though as Hannah Croft hits the baseline jumper, and it's 52-49 in Wilmington. And how about this shot at the end of the quarter? McMillan drills the long-range jumper right as the buzzer sounds to put Marietta up by 6. The Piles would go on to win 81-77.